everyone, it's me, Eleni again, back to read an Enviro Stories this week. And today we have Many Rivers to Cross. And it's written and illustrated by the Cedar class at Mount George Public School. Wonder what it's about. A female Manning River helmeted turtle nestled on her gravel nest near the water's edge. She heard a quiet rustle from the bushes, but then there was only silence. The Manning River helmeted turtle looked back over her shell, paranoid that a predator was stalking her. Then, out of the corner of her eye, she saw a vicious fox staring right at her and her eggs. In a courageous move, while under attack, the turtle selflessly sacrificed herself and stayed to bury her eggs deeper in an attempt to save them from the fox. She was then dragged through the bush, never to be seen again. Oh no. The Manning River helmeted turtle eggs were lying in the gravel until one day when a chubby pig stumbled tiredly over to the edge of the riverbank. It saw the vacant nest with a clutch of turtle eggs on the other side, nestled in the sandy gravel. The pig trotted carefully through a shallow rapid, occasionally losing its footing but licking its lips with the thought of an easy meal. The pig devoured the eggs in one foul swoop. However, the pig missed 2 eggs that were buried deep under the sandy gravel. Look at that hungry pig. The eggs stayed hidden in the gravel until the time they simultaneously hatched, and for the first time, Manny saw her brother Patrick. Hi, I'm Patrick. What's your name? Hi, Patrick. I'm Manny, your sister. They glanced at each other and smiled before setting off on their first adventure together, looking for food. They found sandpaper figs floating on the surface, which provided a delicious, sweet snack. The two of them had an instant bond and were inseparable. The years passed and they grew into their teens together. One day, lurking from the shadows, swam some Murray River turtles with attitude and entitlement. Hey, bum breathers, they confronted Manny and Patrick. Why don't you just give up and join the Macquarie gang? They threatened. They were bullies and intimidating, but Manny and Patrick were proud Manning River helmeted turtles and they didn't want to join their gang. They started swimming as fast as they could away from the Murray River mob. Patrick just managed to slip through, but Manny was forced into the fast-flowing current and was dragged hundreds of meters downstream away from her brother. Oh no. Disoriented, Manny popped her head up to see a storm brewing from the west, and as soon as she saw the dark shade of the clouds, she knew she was in trouble. The rain pelted down, bouncing off her hard shell, and soon after, the river rose and the flow increased. She tried swimming out to safety, but the current was too strong. After 30 seconds, Manny was rolling across the rocks through the trees and eventually out of sight. Oh, Manny. Uh-oh. Manny quickly drifted away until eventually she became stuck on something. She looked down and saw something unusual and then thought, oh no, I know what I'm stuck on. It's a net. As Manny tried to free herself, she became more and more entangled. Oh, what kind of net do you think it is? Do you think it's rubbish? The net belonged to a fisherman who hauled it from the river with poor Manny trapped inside. When the fisherman took a closer look, he saw the yellow stripe and realised it was the rare Manning River helmeted turtle. The fisherman said to his friend, "This thing is worth a fortune." "Woohoo, let's sell it on the black market." Ooh. They took Manny home in a glass container and posted her picture on a black market buy, swap and sell. Oh, poor Manny. Late one night, as Tim Faulkner from the Australian Reptile Park was getting ready for bed, he received a text message from his co-worker, Tam. The message read, "Have you seen what's advertised on Buy, Swap and Sell, mate?" Tim replied back in an instant with, "No, what?" A poacher is trying to sell a Manning River turtle, Tam said with urgency. Tim replied back in a flash, what's their name and how much are they advertising it for? Tam carefully replied back, you know, we could get them arrested for stealing a Manning River turtle from the wild. Oh, Tim almost dropped his phone as he came up with a plan to catch the wildlife poacher. Let's contact them to try to buy the turtle first so we can rescue it, and then the police can arrest him. Ding dong. Good idea. We'll save the threatened species and we'll catch the crook. I'll buy it on my phone. There, done. The next day, ding dong, the Manning River helmeted turtle package had arrived. Oh, there's Manny in there. That package looks heavy. Please come in and just put it over there on the floor, invited Tam. Just as the wildlife poacher set foot inside, the police came out from behind the door and arrested him. They had saved Manny. Manny arrived at the reptile park after being intercepted. Whoa, Tim, this turtle is fantastic. Have you got other Manning River helmeted turtles to put it with? Tam asked. Yeah, we certainly do. As an added bonus, this one is a female, Tim replied. You sure, Tim? Yeah, she'll be an important part of our breeding program that's trying to save the species. It'll be a great mate for Jim, one of our males, Tim said with excitement. Now, let's see if they breed. Tim and Tam set up a tank for Jim and Manny, ensuring that the conditions were just right. It took a bit of time, but the breeding program was a great success. The Australian Reptile Park van arrived at the Charity Creek Bridge car park with a team of anxious scientists. They pulled the heavy crate from the van with Manny and her babies inside. They struggled down the steep embankment with the precious cargo. As they drew nearer to the edge of the river, salty tears clashed with the fresh water beneath their feet. With shaky hands, they grabbed Manny first and slowly guided her into the shallows. They then opened a door in the crate for her babies to be reunited with their mum. The turtles disappeared into the shadows of the deeper pool. The scientists felt ecstatic, knowing they had just helped the survival of a threatened species. Wow, what a big day. As Manny and her babies rediscovered their new natural environment, Manny noticed a turtle wrapped in fishing line, struggling to free itself from a hook. It's Patrick! It's Patrick! He's trapped! Oh no! Manny started to rub and push against the fishing hook, but it just pushed it deeper into Patrick's leg. Blood slowly clouded the water. Tim dived in with no self-preservation to help Patrick. Tim swam over to help free him from the line and hook. He gently held Patrick and yanked at the fishing hook. It slowly but surely worked. The metal hook dislodged from his exhausted, bloodied leg. The fishing line was unravelled by Tam with pliers and a screwdriver. The poor, tired Patrick was treated by the rangers the best they could, but they still had to release Patrick with Manny. Ouch. As soon as Patrick was released with Manny and her 23 babies, they went to find a submerged log for shelter. At the bottom of a gentle rapid, they found a log jammed underwater against a tree. They swam in and Manny found some slime to treat Patrick's wound. Very clever. Manny had 23 babies and she was very healthy. Many years later, her babies were fully grown up and swam down the river. Manny was lonely now, but always remembered her children. But one day, she heard, "Hey, Mum!" Could it be? No, it can't be. Philip! Yes, Mum, it's Philip. Where are your 12 sisters and 10 brothers? She asked. Travelling. But are you still happy, Mum? Yes, no matter what. Even if they travel, I'll always be happy, no matter what. But she was always a little sad because she missed her babies. Yet she was happy to see her son once more. And that was Many Rivers to Cross by Cedar Class at Mount George Public School. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye.